Are you struggling to keep conversations with your partner on a peaceful track? This video is your roadmap to safer dialogue. We're here to help you navigate around those red flags before they turn into full-blown arguments. Join us for this crucial conversation guide. One-way conversations. Dealing with a partner who enjoys the sound of their own voice can be difficult, but we've got you covered with the best strategy for coping. This tactic involves listening actively and then asserting your thoughts. It's similar to a two-step dance. When she's sharing her thoughts, listen closely. I mean really listen. No interruptions or debates. Allow her to have her moment in the spotlight. When she's finished and you've listened well, it's your turn to shine. If she tries to interrupt you or dominate the conversation, express yourself calmly but firmly. You could say, "Hey, I hear you, but my thoughts are important too, and we're in this conversation together." This simple two-step strategy will help you maintain your position in the conversation and improve the communication between you both. Gaslighting. Remember the last time your wife made you feel like you could not trust your memory? Although you were sure something had happened, she denied it completely. You're left scratching your head, right? If that is the case, she may well be gaslighting you. The ultimate shield against gaslighting is to trust your own perception and seek external validation where possible. So, trust your instincts and your memory. You know what's real. And if you're ever unsure, don't hesitate to ask a friend, family member, or professional for help. They can help you confirm that you're not going crazy and what you remember is correct. Couple it with the last strategy of affirming yourself and what you think is right, and you'll be good to go. Constant criticism. It feels like nothing you do is ever quite right. But don't worry, we've got a strategy to help you navigate this territory. First and foremost, it is critical to communicate to your partner what you can and cannot accept. Draw lines in the sand to define your boundaries. Then, when the criticism hits, don't just write it out like a trooper. Use your voice. Tell her how her words affect you. With this tactic, you're standing up for yourself, which is pretty amazing. So, make sure to set those boundaries and express your feelings the next time the criticism parade begins. You can do it. Lack of empathy. It can be extremely frustrating to deal with a partner who is not empathetic. To navigate this difficult scenario, follow this one simple rule. Use I statements to express your emotions. Here's how it works. Instead of saying, "You don't understand," try, "I feel like my day was really tough and I need someone to talk to." It's a key to unlocking empathy. You're sharing what's in your heart, making it personal and difficult to ignore. So, try this strategy the next time you find yourself in that situation. Begin each sentence with, "I feel" or "I think." You're displaying your inner world and emotions to her. Manipulation. Narcissistic people have this natural ability to be very manipulative, which will also show up in your conversations with your narcissistic wife. To navigate this, you must be on the lookout to identify the manipulative behavior. Recognizing manipulation is your superpower. It's like turning on a bright light in a dark room. When you see through the tricks, their power fades. You're not fooled by guilt trips or smoke and mirrors. When you see manipulation coming, you can make sure to hold steady and stick to your values. And when you do this, you become an unbreakable fortress. You will not be swayed by any manipulation. You know who you are and what you stand for, and that is your safety net in the face of adversity. We're on this journey together, so please hit that like button and leave us a comment. Your input is important to us. Invalidation. It's as if you're talking to a brick wall. You open up, telling her how you feel, but all she does is minimize or discredit your emotions. This can be really hurtful and tough to deal with. The best advice we have is to focus on seeking validation from within. When you look for validation from within, you become your own support line. It's like having an inner cheerleader who is always there to cheer you on or comfort you when you embrace and acknowledge your feelings. It might be difficult at first, but as you become better at finding validation from within, you need less external validation and you become much stronger and less reliant on those around you. So start practicing now and watch as your confidence and resilience reaches new heights. Mood swings. Dealing with mood swings in conversations with a narcissistic wife can feel like navigating through a storm. One moment it's calm, the next you're caught in a whirlwind. The key to managing these sudden shifts in mood lies in understanding their unpredictability and not taking them personally. It's important to recognize that these mood swings are not a reflection of your actions, but rather manifestations of her own internal struggles. Approach these situations with a mindset of compassion and detachment. Instead of reacting defensively, maintain a stable and calm demeanor. This doesn't mean you should tolerate disrespectful behavior, rather it's about choosing your battles wisely. Acknowledge her feelings without feeding into the drama. For instance, you might say, "I see you're upset. Let's talk about this when things are calmer." This tactic can help de-escalate the situation and gives both of you space to breathe. Additionally, setting clear boundaries around communication is crucial. Let her know that while you're willing to listen and engage, you expect a level of respect even when emotions run high. By staying grounded and composed, you can navigate through these mood swings more effectively, preserving your emotional well-being and maintaining a sense of peace in the relationship. Remember, it's about building a bridge of understanding, not about winning an argument. Projection. This psychological defense mechanism involves her projecting her own uncomfortable feelings, thoughts, or qualities onto you. For instance, she might accuse you of being selfish or unfaithful, when in reality, these are issues she's grappling with internally. Facing projection requires a blend of patience and insight. The key is not to absorb these accusations as truths, but to see them for what they are, reflections of her own internal conflict. Responding with calmness and clarity can be incredibly effective. You might say, "It sounds like you're feeling really upset right now. I'm here to talk about what's actually happening, not what we imagine the other is thinking or feeling." This approach encourages open communication and reduces the likelihood of escalating conflict. By understanding and strategically navigating projection, you can foster healthier dialogue and gradually guide the relationship towards more genuine understanding and respect. Power struggles. Power struggles are a common theme in conversations with a narcissistic wife, where every discussion can feel like a battle to be won. She may strive to dominate or control the narrative, making it difficult to reach mutual understanding or compromise. Navigating these power struggles effectively requires a mix of assertiveness and empathy. It's essential to stand firm on your boundaries and values while also seeking to understand her perspective. Avoid getting drawn into a win-lose mindset. Instead, aim for solutions that acknowledge both your needs. Techniques we discussed earlier, such as active listening and using I statements, can massively help to de-escalate tensions. For example, you could say, "I understand that you see things differently, but I feel..." This approach validates her feelings without surrendering your stance. It helps you find a balance between asserting your viewpoint and allowing space for hers. The goal isn't to overpower, but to communicate in a way that fosters respect and understanding. By consciously steering clear of power dynamics, you can transform confrontational interactions into opportunities for growth and deeper connection. Defensiveness. When she reacts defensively to feedback or concerns, it's often a protective mechanism, shielding her from perceived criticism or vulnerability. The key to managing this defensiveness is to communicate in a way that lowers these emotional barriers, fostering a safe space for open dialogue. Start by emphasizing your intentions are from a place of love and support, not attack. This approach helps minimize the likelihood of triggering a defensive reaction and opens up the possibility for more productive, empathetic conversations. Ultimatums. When a narcissistic wife issues ultimatums, it can feel like you're trapped between a rock and a hard place. Ultimatums are a high-stakes form of communication that often come into play when she feels her needs are not being met or when she's desperate to regain control. It's important to understand that ultimatums, while seemingly clear-cut, are often driven by underlying emotions of fear, insecurity, or frustration. Navigating this landmine requires a careful, thoughtful approach. First, it's crucial to stay calm and not react impulsively. Acknowledge her feelings and the seriousness of her demands by saying something like, "I understand you're feeling strongly about this, and I want to work through it together." This shows respect for her feelings without immediately caving to her demands. Next, seek to understand the deeper issues behind the ultimatum. Often what's being asked on the surface is a symptom of a deeper need or concern. Open a dialogue to explore these underlying issues, focusing on empathetic listening and validating her feelings. However, it's also important to maintain your boundaries. If the ultimatum is unreasonable or threatens your well-being, calmly explain your perspective and the potential consequences of the ultimatum on the relationship. Strive for a compromise that respects both your needs and hers. Are you ready to learn more about dealing with narcissism in relationships? Watch our video on the things a narcissistic wife might say when caught in a lie, or how to break free from the narcissistic supply chain. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more.